usabwa kugira ngo urugamba no kubaka igihugu rwe rwakomeza yanakomoje wari mubaje niba ajya kugira ngo yobore urugamba ndetse no kuba yaba perezida yarabigizemo uruhare cyangwa se yarabishakaga umukuru w'igihugu yasubije yuko rwose atigeze agira gahunda yuko umukuru w'igihugu cyangwa se kuba yagira ikintu cyose ayobora byatewe n'inshingano ndetse n'umuhamagaro akari impamvu yabikoze ndetse anashishikariza urubyiruko kugira imbaraga nyinshi mu kugira icyo rukora kugira ngo rubashe guhindura aho rutuye ndetse na community muri rusange y'u Rwanda ndetse ikindi nakwibutsa nuko ushobora gukurikira iki kiganiro ku mbuga nkoranyambaga uciye kuri Instagram ni Instagram ya Paul Kagame hanyuma ukaca no kuri Instagram ya RBA ndetse no kuri Twitter ya RBA urandukurikira no kuri Radio Rwanda no kuri Facebook Radio Rwanda ndetse no kuri Facebook ya televiziyo y'u Rwanda tugarutse mu gice cya kabiri igice cya kabiri nacyo cyaza gukomeza kwibanda n'ubundi ku ruhare rw'urubyiruko muri urugamba rwo kwibohora ndetse no kwibohora izindi nzitizi u Rwanda rukomeje guhura nazo cyane cyane ndavuga ubukene ibibazo by'ubuzima n'ibindi bitandukanye ndetse na COVID-19 akaba ari icyorezo isi ikomeje guhangana nacyo ndetse n'u Rwanda rukomeje guhangana nacyo tariki 14 z'ukwezi kwa 3 nibwo umuntu wa mbere uzwi nka patient zero cyangwa se umuntu wa mbere yanduye icyorezo hano mu Rwanda kuva uwo munsi yaboneka icyorezo cyakomeje kwiyongera ndetse abarwara bakomeza kwiyongera ariko n'abakira n'abakomeza kwiyongera bisobanuye ngo urugendo rwo ruracyarura ibintu by'ibibazo biraza gukomozwaho nkwibutsa yuko ukeneye kubaza umukuru w'igihugu ikibazo runaka wakoresha hashtag ya Ask President Kagame yaba kuri Instagram, Twitter ndetse na Facebook aho hose ushobora kuhabariza ikibazo cyawe nkwibutsa yuko nanone ukeneye kuza kuri ikiganiro no guca kuri Instagram nakubwiye kuko kiraza kuba kiriho naho ubashe kuba wakireba those who speaks English you welcome back on the second session of this conversation that is happening between the youth especially the media youth and the social media enthusiasts that are having a conversation with the President Paul Kagame mainly on liberation and what happened after the liberation in the next years to come and those who want to ask their questions in English kindly use the hashtag Ask President Kagame and you can also use different platforms including Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Umukuru w'igihugu umukanya gato cyane araza kuba agarutse kuri Instagram yiwe nkwibutsa ko ari Paul Kagame ushobora kugenda wifuza kugira ngo washe kuza gukurikira ikiganiro ariko nanone ntago nakwibagira kukubwira yuko muri 2026 ishize hagiye haba ibintu byinshi bitandukanye mu rwego rw'ubuzima mu rwego rw'ubukungu ibikorwa remezo kuzamura uruhare rw'umugore mu bimukorerwa kuzamura uruhare rw'urubyiruko mu bimukorerwa kwegereza ubuyobozi abaturage n'ibindi byinshi byagiye bikorwa mu nzego zitandukanye akaba ari impamvu nanone uru rubyiruko ruza kugenda rubaza ibibazo ariko ibibazo baza kugenda babaza biraza kuba bifite aho bishingiye n'ubundi n'ibindi binkubwiye buriya kugira ngo uvuge ngo ufite amahirwe kubona umukuru w'igihugu mukagenda ikiganiro nk'iki ngiki ntekereza ko ari amahirwe akomeye cyane niyo mpamvu kigiye kiba ikiganiro usanga ukurikira nka press conference byabaye kuganira n'umukuru w'igihugu bisanzwe akaba nayo mpamvu nanone nakubwiraga yuko impamvu turimo dukora iki kiganiro no kugira ngo n'abantu bakoresha imbuga nkoranyambaga babashe gukurikira cyangwa se kugenda ikiganiro n'umukuru w'igihugu mu minsi yashize buri mwaka nakibukije yuko umukuru w'igihugu akunze guhura n'urubyiruko rutandukanye mu nzego zitandukanye mujya mubona youth meet the president mujya mubona young professionals meet the president mujya mubona women entrepreneurs meeting the president mu nzego zitandukanye ariko noneho iki gihe umukuru w'igihugu yifuje kugirana ibiganiro n'urubyiruko ariko ruri ku mbuga nkoranyambaga ngo ndavuga urubyiruko muri rusange abantu benshi ntabwo bakunze kubibona ariko hari abantu bamara amasaha 24 cyangwa se amasaha menshi cyane ku mbuga nkoranyambaga bamwe baganira bakorera amafaranga naho hari amafaranga yifite ku ba followers benshi ababazi kuri Instagram murabazi babayingana bakunze kwesha ijambo urubyiruko ngo barenze uruhombero kurenga uruhombero ntubugihombye ko ufite amafaranga bisobanuye ngo imbuga nkoranyambaga hariho abantu benshi cyane harimo umukuru w'igihugu uyu munsi yifuje kuza kugirana ikiganiro no gukoresha izi mbuga nkoranyambaga ariko nanone ikiganiro kikabera ahari ingoro y'amateka y'urugamba rwo kwibohora cyane cyane urugamba rwo guhagarika jenoside ushobora kwibaza ngo ese kuki urubyiruko rwahisemo kuza kwicara muri iyi ngoro hari icyo bisobanuye haracyari cyangwa mu bihe byo kuzirikana ndetse no kwibuka abahagaritse jenoside yakorewe abatutsi ndetse n'abatangije urugamba rwo kwibohora mu gihe rero kwibuka uruhare rwabo niyo twaje n'ubundi guteranira ahangaha ngira ngo abakurikiye televiziyo Rwanda makoje kureba background iri inyuma y'abicaye hariho umumama wambaye uniform ya RP inkotanyi ya kera atereye umwana hari n'undi musekana uteruye akana ndetse mu kanya kashize umukuru w'igihugu arakana yavuze aravuga ngo mu myaka yashize cyangwa se mu gihe cy'urugamba rwo kwibohora byasabaga ko wigomwa byasabaga ko wigomwa ibintu byose byatumye nongera kubira foto wa mugani uriya musirikare imbunda ye yashyize ku rutugu kugira ngo abashe gutabara umwana bifite aho bihuriye n'icyo umukuru w'igihugu yavugaga cyo kwigomwa ibintu bitandukanye kugira ngo ubashe kuba wagira icyo ugeraho. Ntabwo ari ibingibi gusa umukuru w'igihugu yakomoje ku rugamba rwo kwibohora, yongeye kwibutsa urubyiruko yuko ushobora kuba umuyobozi mu nzego nyinshi zitandukanye. Ntabwo ukeneye kuba perezida kugira ngo uzane impinduka, ushobora kugira iyindi hore cyangwa se izindi nshingano waba ufite kugira ngo ubashe kuba wahindura aho utuye, kugira ngo ubashe kuba wahindura aho ukorera. Ntabwo bisaba ko witwa perezida w'igihugu kugira ngo uzane impinduka. Ngira ngo mu minsi yashize mwagiye mwumva perezida wa motari ba Kimironko, perezida wa koperative y'ikawa y'Inyaruguru, perezida wa koperative y'abacuruza ubuki. Nawe ushobora kugira impact ugira mu byo ukora bya buri munsi, ushobora kugira impact ugira mu kazi kawe ka buri munsi. Ngira ngo ubu noneho tuvugana bamwe banabonye bavuga ngo ni influencers, ntiyagire utunguwe umukanya ugiye kubona hariho na perezida wa influencer ukumva nawe ariho, ariko hari impact agira kuri community online. Ubwo ndavuga abantu bari kuri internet. Nk'usa yuko abadukurikiye hakurya y'amazi ibwota Masimbi, ubwo ndavuga bari yaba muri Canada, Edmonton, Alberta, Copenhagen, Denmark, St. Petersburg, Russia, abari Joburg muri South Africa, abari Mozambique, Cameroon, n'ibindi bihugu bitandukanye b'abanyarwanda bakomeje kudukurikira. Ubu none tuvugana kanizere ko mumeze neza cyane. Ariyo bagiye bambaza ati Robert, umuntu ukeneye kubaza ikibazo umukuru w'igihugu biraza gusaba yuko yandikira wowe, biraza gusaba ko yandikira Arthur Rutura, ese saba ko yandikira. Nta kindi ukeneye ni gukora hashtag ya Ask President Kagame, hanyuma kugira ngo tuze kubasha kubona ikibazo cyawe. Uko tubigenza no kujya kuri ya hashtag tukareba babajije ibibazo bose bakoresheje iyi hashtag, hanyuma twaza kubona ikibazo cyawe, twamara kukibona tukaza kukikohereza umukuru w'igihugu. Abambazaga ati se Robert, kuba kumwe n'urubyiruko rutandukanye abari aho ngaho ni bande ubashije kubona? Nababwiye nti ni muri televiziyo ntabwo ari radio, so ubwo niba ubazi byanze bikunze uragenda ubabona mu buryo bumwe butandukanye uciye ku mbuga nkoranyambaga zabo. Ubwo ndavuga ziri personnel ushaka kubusangaho. Ariko none nkibutsa yuko muri iyi myaka 26 ishize ntabwo habayeho kwibohora kw'amasasu gusa. Ku munsi ngira ngo wejo mbere yuko nza hano mu kiganiro hari umwana umwe twaganiriye ndamaze nese wowe kwibohora ubumva ari iki? Arambwira ati ngewe Perezida Paul Kagame yafashe imbunda ahagarika genocide ndetse ahagarika ingoma yari iriho, yari ifite gucamo abanyarwanda ibice. Ati iyo ngoma irangira genocide irahagarikwa. Ati ariko ngewe nkanye imyaka 16 ntabwo ndi ufata imbunda njye kurwana mu giporoso cyangwa kurwana Kabeza na Gatsata. Ati nta kintu rwana nacyo kirimo. Ariko ngewe urugamba rwanjye rwo kwibohora no kurwana nuko natsinda mu ishuri, no kurwana nuko narwanye bukene, no kuriko nshoboye kose kugira ngo umuvyeyi wanje uri Nyabihu, Ngororero, mu Kabuga ka Musha n'ahandi abashe gutunga iyo nka, abashe gutunga iyo mitoa do sante. Ati ko niko kwibohora ngewe ndimo ndwana nako, ukwibohora kwanje no kuriko nshoboye kose kugira ngo uri kumwe nanjye ubuzima mbayemo aho ntuye mbashe gukora ibishoboka byose kugira ngo mpahindure mpagire uko nifuza ko hamera. Ndetse iki nakubwiye ni kimwe nuko iyo tuvuga kwibohora cyane cyane bari ku mbuga nkoranyambaga bari hakurya y'amazi, hari igihe umuntu avuga ati ariko se Robert ubundi aho ngaho utuye Kacyiru tuvugishije ukuri ibintu bimeze neza imyaka nyuma y'imyaka 26 nkambwira nti rega kuba uri yuta muri leta z'ubumwe za Amerika cyangwa nanjye ndi Kacyiru nta kintu kinini dutandukaniyeho uretse gusa wenda amazi adutandukanya inyanja. Ariko nanone kuburi hakurya y'amazi ntago bisobanuye yuko udashobora kugira uruhare ugira muri community utuyemo. Hari community y'abanyarwanda bari hakurya aho ngaho muri Canada, muri Amerika, mu Bubiligi, muri Denmark n'ahandi hatandukanye. Mushobora kugira impact runaka mugira aho mutuye nk'abanyarwanda, ndetse iyo impact ikaba yagira n'ubundi na hano i Rwanda, hano i Kigali, muri uwo mujyi wo kwibohora muri rusange, kubohora umubiri w'umuntu, kubohora kamere yawe muri rusange. Tsoro Telemara mu minsi ishize yari kuri televiziyo Rwanda yaravuze ngo byari kungora cyane kwemera ko twibohoye iyo ntabona umunyarwanda abasha kurya, akabasha gukora, akabasha kwivuza. Ati ndibuka igihugu kimara kubohorwa twahoraga n'abanyarwanda, ugasanga hari umunyarwanda uhuye nawe ukubona mbere yuko uhagarika na genocide, mbere kugira ikindi kintu ukora, mbere kugira ikindi kintu uza kumuvugisha ukeneye kumuha icyo kurya. Ati twagomba kwanza kubohora imibiri. Ati uhura n'umwana w'imyaka 13 ariko akabona yararembye kubera inzara. Ngira ngo rero kadukomeze session yacu ya kabiri ni session nayo igiye kwibanda n'ubundi ku rugendo rwo kwibohora ndetse n'ikigoma gukorwa kugira ngo urubyiruko rugire uruhare mu kwibohora kwa kabiri navuga kujya gukurikiraho kubaka igihugu kubaka inzego zitandukanye. Ibibazo bigiye gukurikira rero nabyo bigiye kubazwa nkibutsa ko n'ubundi dukomeza kudukurikira ku mbuga nkoranyambaga nakubwiye. Ubu ngubu ukeneye kubaza ikibazo n'ubundi ni kwa kundi urazamura ikiganza cyawe hanyuma tuguhereze ijambo, ariko ni ikibazo kimwe kandi kigufi, uriyeranda uvuge amagambo makeya kandi ujye straight to the point. Ngira ngo uyu muvandimwe wahaguruka and then ukabaza ikibazo cyawe, ndavuga uwo ku ruhande Angeli Mutabaruka. Yes Angeli, murakoze cyane, ukora uko ushoboye kose ikibazo kibe ari kigufi, ngira ngo na Kenisi arimo aracyumva hari. Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane. Nitwa Angeli Mutabaruka, nkora kuri Radio 1 ndetse na TV 1 mu kiganiro cyo mu gitondo ndetse n'ikindi kiganiro cy'abasaza bita ntugasaze muzehe kwiza. Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, ikibazo mfite ni ikibazo kijyanye n'ubutabera. Ni ikibazo mwigeze guha umurongo ariko wareba muri iki gihe ugasanga n'ubundi kiracyagaruka, kijyanye n'abaturage bari muri Nyaruguru ndetse n'abandi bari Isimbi na Sovu muri Huye no mu tundi turere tumwe na tumwe, aho nyuma y'urugamba rwo kwibohora hagiye haza abantu bakavuga ati aha hantu mutuye ni mu masambu yacu cyangwa se amasambu yabo nkomokaho. Iki kintu mwigeze kugiha umurongo muvuga ko mwumva cyakemuka mu buryo bwa politike kurusha uko cyakemuka mu buryo bw'inkiko, kuko ngo bishobora kuba byazana n'ibindi bibazo byinshi byakururukururu. Ariko kugeza ubu noneho cyaragarutse, noneho abo b'Isimbi na Sovu bo bakababwirwa ko bagomba no kuva vuba muri ayo masamba atari yabo, bagababwira ko ariko inkiko zabyemeje. Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, nifuzaga ko mwagira icyo mukivugaho kugira ngo wenda niba ari abataracyumvise neza abayobozi bacyumve, cyangwa se niba abacyumvise bakakirengagiza nabo bongere bacyumve mu byivuge. Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, murakoze.
Icyo kibazo ntabwo nkizi neza, ntabwo ndi buvuge byinshi cyane kuri cyo, ariko niba gihari ntabwo cyari gikwiye kuba gihari, cyari gikwiye kuba cyarakurikije nyine uwo murongo kandi nawo ubwawo wuzuzaga ubutabera. Ni ngombwa, ariko ubutabera abantu bumva ku buryo butandukanye ku kibazo runaka. Icyo gihe hagomba kuba nanone ikirangiza izo mpaka. Ntabwo nirwo nsubira mu mateka maremare rero yabyo, kubera ko birazwi, hari imitungo myinshi cyane, imitungo itimukanwa, amasambu n'ibindi, wasangaga abantu bahuriyeho ari babiri cyangwa batatu, buri wese yerekana ukuri ko kuvuga ngo iyi sambu ni yanjye, kandi koko bitewe n'amateka uko yagiye amera bikaba ari uko bimeze. Ariko bigomba kugira ikibisobanura rero kigatanga ibisubizo. Ntabwo abantu batatu babiri barwanira ku isambu imwe bikaba nk'aho babwiye ngo urusha undi imbaraga iyo samba yitware. Niyo mpamvu leta yagombye gushyiraho umurongo, n'ubutabera nabwo iyo bujya gukurikiza guca izo manza bahereye ku mategeko n'ibindi, ubwo butabera nabwo ubundi inyuma y'ayo mategeko n'inyuma yo guca izo manza buba bufite ineza bushakira igihugu, kuko n'ubutabera n'aba buri mu butabera nabo b'Abanyarwanda nabo ntabwo bapfa guca imanza gusa cyangwa ngo bakurikize ubundi buryo bw'ubutabera bahumirije batumva. Icyo navuga rero ni iki, icyo navuga ni ukuvuga ngo niba byaragarutse ukaba hari n'akarere cyangwa uturere tw'igihugu byagarutsemo, ahandi byarakemuye ibibazo, ariko kubera ko imanza zaciwe gutya cyangwa gutya, ibyo none bizasubira inyuma leta ikurikirana ihere kuri ibyo ngibyo irebe imiterere yabyo irebe icyatumye bigaruka mu murongo w'urudaca ngo abantu babone ubundi twahariho harasobanutse ibintu iyo bimeze bitya ukwiriye kuba arekerwa ubu butaka n'uyu cyangwa se niba byanyuze mu manza igihe byasobanutse nanone undi nawe akagira icyo ahabwa icyo gihe leta niyo mpamvu igomba kubijyamo igashakira umuntu ahandi yaba niba hambere yavugaga ko ari ahe bitashobotse niko ubundi twari twahisemo kugikemura. Icyo nasezeranya hano rero ni uko ibyo bigiye gukurikiranwa vuba nanone bigasubira ku murongo ntihagire uhutara cyangwa utakaza ibyo yita ngo nibye bikamuviramo ibindi bibazo. Icyo gihe leta igomba gufata inshingano yayo igakemura uko kutumvikana.
Arakoze cyane umukuru w'igihugu ngira ngo twihuta cyane ducunguza ubutumwete ngira ngo hakurya hariya Fiona Muthoni, please muhereze microphone and you can also ask your question in English or Kinyarwanda. Thank you very much. Please stand up, introduce yourself and make sure you're so brief as much as you can.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Naengwa Fiona Muthoni. At the beginning of this conversation, you briefly touched on COVID-19 here in Rwanda, but looking across the region, we are seeing different countries have put forward different measures to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, and I may say that it has put the country in an undeniably difficult position. How has this affected some sectors here in the country, most especially trade? Thank you.
Well, it's true. The COVID-19 has created a lot of problems, given what it is itself, affecting every aspect of life, starting with the health of people and the measures to manage that, putting extreme restrictions on human life, whether it is movement, it is work, it's all kinds of things. Now, specifically to the question you raised that is very important, each country, each region of the world has been affected, and people are affected differently in a sense, but also affected differently because maybe of how they understand this pandemic or the means they have to apply to dealing with it or lack of those means, and so on and so forth. In our region, we are affected, and it has affected trade, because it has also affected the movement of people and all other kinds of movements, whether it is by land or air or sea. People are not really moving as they should in their lives. Trade has been hit, of course, and more seriously affected include Rwanda. Rwanda is a landlocked country. We have no easy access to the sea. We have to go through different countries. The central corridor, we have to go through Tanzania to the port of Dar es Salaam. Through the northern corridor, we have to go through Uganda and Kenya to the port of Mombasa. Now, when these routes are affected at the same time, both of them, it really means serious problems for us. We can't export easily. We can't have things come into the country from outside easily. So in other words, we are more or less strangled economically, or if you specifically talk about trade. But ordinarily there should be ways around that. In fact, COVID-19 has affected many things, has affected lives and health of people, but it shouldn't have affected maybe common sense that relates to the need, the urgent need for cooperation. People have to work together if things are going to be easy or easier for some of us than if there is no such a cooperation. There are many things intertwined here. One, each country seems to see things the way they want to see them, even about COVID-19, and that's their right. I cannot tell anyone else how they should see it, how they should approach it, how they should manage it. It's not my place, it's none of my business. In the same way, I think somebody else cannot come here and tell me, say, you know, you must handle it like this, because I don't see, I'm not really sure whether this person would be correct in what they are doing themselves. So, because they must be managing different circumstances and different ways of looking at things. But what we can do is, even when we understand things differently or have different approaches and so on and so forth, we can discuss. You can tell me your viewpoint, I'll tell you my viewpoint, and we can narrow these differences of how we see things to the point that we shall easily find a way forward that is going to work well for both of us, even with the different backgrounds, with different understanding, with different ways of seeing things. So that is very important. That is extremely important. Now, so as Rwanda, and again, in this specific unfortunate situation where we are landlocked, we really literally have to beg neighbors to allow us. And again, in a normal sense, these neighbors have a certain obligation to allow those of us who are landlocked to have access to the sea through their countries. Of course, there are rules and ways and laws that govern that, and we would be the first to respect that, because we are the ones at the receiving end of these problems. There's no doubt about it. So we are having a problem. You have, as you have read it in the media, physically people have gone there to visit. We have problems across our borders sometimes, whether it is with the northern corridor or with the central corridor. We have had problems. Problems where movement of trucks that are carrying goods either from or to these ports have been delayed or stopped altogether for a long time. And that means a big loss to everyone. It means a big loss to us, but more loss to us, of course, again, for the same reason I have stated. And we have tried everything that we can, even indeed as people at the receiving end of these problems, for being landlocked. We have done everything that we can do according to, almost by the book or by even beyond that, and tried to incentivize, sweeten, and, all kinds of ways to make sure that we are really working together with our neighbors who hold this key as to how we can work together to ease on the movement of goods and especially of trucks. We are still finding difficulty. We are still experiencing serious problems. We still want to continue tackling that because we are suffering a lot on our side. And almost reaching a point where it's like being blackmailed. Behind it, it's like telling someone that, do things my way, the way I see them, the way I understand them. For example, this is around testing. In fact, we have had a regional understanding in the East African community. There are certain things we agreed all together, how we should go about allowing these movements of trucks that carry goods. And therefore, that implies the truck drivers who indeed drive these trucks. We had reached a certain minimum, really, understanding of, to ease on everybody's understanding and problems we have received from that. But it doesn't seem to take shape or take shape predictably and permanently so that we know what to expect. It changes every other day. You have had all kinds of even strikes, by protests, by truck drivers, by business people, by it's here, it's there, it's all over the place. Even being able to meet to discuss that and find and resolve whatever outstanding problem there is still a problem. As from our position, we are really looking forward to addressing this faster than it has been. And let me specifically make clarification. We have seen in the papers, different media channels, people making statements and so on. Some have even brought up an explanation which is not correct at all, which is not true and which is not even fair. Because I have read myself that, and many people must have seen this, where they say that truck drivers in Rwanda have been harassed, or through Rwanda, people coming in from different places from outside of Rwanda, they are harassed, that they are mistreated, that they are restricted, that it's like they are about to give up. That is not true. Whoever is saying it deliberately, knowing that they are distorting the truth about that case. So that is one point I have to make clear. In fact, the way we have come to be at the receiving end and such a serious problem affecting us, we cannot be the ones to create obstacles and misunderstandings at the same time, unless we've lost our senses, which we haven't. We are as sober as we were before COVID-19. In fact, maybe even more sober because we have learned lessons from this situation of hardships. But what we have discovered is behind it is that central to what we agreed in the East African community is that we should be testing of people so that we know their status and know how to handle them, instead of spreading the virus, the new coronavirus across the region. We took that as something important. Testing, tracing people who have come into contact with people who have been found to be positive, isolating them and putting them in places for treatment, and taking care of them as we can, and then allowing those who have tested negative to go about their ways, and also telling them to be careful, because anywhere, again, there is no assuming that there is more of it here than there than wherever. It doesn't matter. It's not a question of who has more people affected than another. We are all affected. In Rwanda, we have cases, absolutely, and they have been going up, in fact, only that we have been able to manage it properly, monitor it. We know what, where, and who, and so on. We have that under control, and that's what is helping us. So I don't see, again, why anybody would be resistant to saying, let's test, let's know how this virus is moving, whether it is from here to or through Uganda, or here to or through Tanzania or back. We all have these cases. There is no question about it. And my problem is not who has more than the other cases, but our problem is we should work together to manage it, to control it. And there are ways known to do that. And through cooperation, we can have a very good understanding. So the major problem that has been affecting us is through the Central Corridor. We are trying to talk to our Tanzanian friends and neighbors so that we work together. It's not a problem that can't be addressed. But yeah, but even with that, it's going to be difficult to say, no, take this, like choose either you suffer because of the coronavirus that will be coming your way in ways that you may not be able to control. That complicates my situation. Or you suffer the consequences of not doing it our way. So we are saying, no, there is one way of doing it. One way of doing it effectively for the good of everyone is through cooperation. Is really feeling for one another and knowing that if we don't work together, of course, some will suffer more than others. And we are on the side of those who suffer more than others. So being given a choice of saying you die because of coronavirus you can't control, or you will die because of not having your way through here to the coast, to the sea that you need. So you can see the dilemma which Rwanda is put in, and we think it's not fair, and we still want to. So coronavirus has killed people, it is killing business, and it is even killing relationship between people and the countries. So at least we can save one thing. We can save. We can save a relationship first, and then later on secure a good understanding of cooperation, and then later on we struggle together to contain the coronavirus. That for us, we have it here, it's known. The numbers are put on the screen every day, they are made public. So we have decided not to hide anything and to deal with it the best way. We have not invented the way of handling it. We have learned it from public health experts, from scientists, from different places where they handled it effectively and have. So it's what we are trying to follow, and we ask our neighbors to bear with us, and plus maybe the coronavirus will one day disappear, and we shall still be there to work together for other things. So that's how it is.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Coronavirus will always be here, and the runners will also be here. Some point we will also defeat it. So the next question, please raise your hands. Jackie Lumbasi, please. Make sure your question is brief and straight to the point, and you have to also clean your hands with a hand sanitizer before you hold the mic. We have to fight this COVID. We have to do it. So welcome, please.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, sir. Your Excellency, my name is Jackie Lumbasi. I work with Royal FM. You hinted on learning lessons through the hardships that we've been through. I'm keen on knowing what lessons you've learned as an individual, but also as a leader who loves and cares for his people. You plan for them. What has the pandemic opened your eyes to? What is that specific thing that you should have done but you never thought of, or you just did not pay much attention to? Thank you.
Well, for us, we have not wasted our time. All this time we have been in the struggle and have been holding positions of responsibility towards our people and so on. The first lesson we have learned is to do as much as possible to have every Rwandan put ourselves at the center of being able to address our problems. It starts with you, it starts with us. It doesn't start from anywhere else. But the other lesson is, even having said that, even when we have all come together, we are not still, we find we are always not going to be enough as a solution, or to find a solution that is enough to do away with our problems. We still need to work with others, including our neighbors, as I said, and beyond, far beyond. So there is always that. This coronavirus blends in well with the lessons we have learned, because it has come from somewhere else. It came to us. So as we gather together to work together ourselves, we are reminded that, well, indeed we have been found not with adequate resources and means to deal with this pandemic, so we will have to work with the rest of the world. But I think wherever it came from or wherever it passed through, up to the time it reached us, I think the same people have also learned that maybe they can't stand alone on these matters that are affecting the whole world. There is some level of cooperation they need to be able to address that. So it starts, in our case, with us. How do we deal with this? Then how do we work with others to deal with what affects us? But by extension, don't you realize that it has been sweeping across the world? There's probably, maybe it has affected 99% of the countries, as we know them on the list of the whole world. And when we have seen how each country is struggling, including ourselves, it has just come in to remind us that after all, everyone, we are somehow equal. And it has brought some people down to put their feet on the earth, on this ground of this earth planet we live in. So it goes back. There are some people who have been used to running over others, telling them what to do, what not to do, and like holding a key to their lives. I think they've been reminded of their limitation, but also reminded that maybe they should live and let live. They should be allowing others to live their lives as they have chosen or as they can aspire to on their own, even as moving forward they cooperate with the rest of the world. So what better lesson to learn or to be reminded of than this one? So for me personally, I think, as we said, I've learned this lesson long ago, many years ago, and in fact we have been talking about these things, and because people are lost unto themselves, and they think people from other places don't have anything to give. They have ignored that until the pandemic has reminded them. And I don't say this thing with joy. I'm not rejoicing anybody's suffering at all. I can't do that. It doesn't make sense. But I'm saying for a pandemic like this one, which is a tragedy, it is going to come with some kind of silver lining where people wake up to certain realities they have ignored for too long, and they humble themselves and talk to the lesser human beings they had thought of them being. So that is the big picture. That is the philosophical aspect of it. But this planet of ours is very interesting. We are being reminded that we are on it with some level of equality. And the coronavirus has been an equalizer. It has been a reminder. It has been but enough of that. I think we should summon everything we have in ourselves to come forward and to be doing the best we can do, and to be working with others, to be embracing others, and working together and tackle this bigger problem. That we really are equal. We need to have everyone and feel they have a place, they are valued in their country, and they can contribute, they can give or receive, as the case should be, in a very fair and cordial setting. So those are lessons again drawn from that, but also we are strengthened by that to make our contribution as a people, as a country.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I think we're going to take some questions via social media, so we'll go straight to Twitter. Barbara Umohoza said, if you could do it again, all over again, what would you change? Knowing what you know today, what would you do exactly as you did it in the first time around?
Well, I think we are moving forward. Those things we were not able to change because we couldn't. If there are things that remain of those things, we can change them today or tomorrow. But I think the main drive is looking forward and moving forward. And we are moving forward along the lines of these principles, of these beliefs, and the commitment we have made to ourselves. So it doesn't really require to keep going back other than what we have picked from that history and move with it to deal with what we have to deal with today, and then continue with what we have to deal with tomorrow. So any particular thing to be talked about, I really don't see it for our country, trying to build a country of people who are together, who feel for one another, who feel that they are really equal in every sense of the word, and then working towards as much development as we can acquire in the shortest time humanly possible. I don't think there is anything else that I would be looking back and say I could have done this differently, or whatever wins or losses we've picked, we've learned from them and moved forward, and we keep moving forward.
Much, Your Excellency. In the next few minutes, we'll go for another break. But before we go for another break, let's take another question here. There, please give her the mic. Sunny, please give her the mic. Wash your hands properly with a hand sanitizer. Let's fight COVID-19 as much as we can, and get the mic. And please make sure your question is brief, very brief.
Why don't we continue for some time before we have a break?
Okay, sir, we can do it. It's fine, sir. We can do it.
Murakoze, nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, nitwa Sani Ntaganira Aline, nkaba ndi urubyiruko, uyu munsi nkora ibijyanye na communications. Nifuza kubabaza ibibazo bibiri. Icya mbere, nkawe mwari muyoboye urugamba rwo kubohora igihugu. Ese ni izihe ndangagaciro mwishimiraga kubona ku bandi basirikare mwari mufatanyije urugamba, cyane cyane abari bakiri bato bari mu myaka y'urubyiruko nkaho urugamba rwabaga rugeze ahakomeye cyane ni izihe ndangagaciro mwishimiraga kubabonamo uyu munsi mwadusangiza kugira ngo natwe tuzigireho ikibazo cya kabiri nifuza kubabaza ese mukurikije ubuzima mumaze kunyuramo ibibazo bitandukanye mwagiye muhura nabyo amasomo atandukanye ubuzima bwagiye bubigisha ese niyihe namwe mwagira nyakubahwa munyemerere mbivuge gutya Paul Kagame w'imyaka 20 iyo musubije amaso inyuma uyu munsi niyihe nama mwamugira kugira ngo nawe bazabashe kudacikira intege hagati mu rugendo rw'ubuzima azaba afite imbere murakoze cyane
How do I do that? Unfortunately, the Paul Kagame of today has a huge element of what he was when he was 20. So advising him would be a problem. Me advising him, I can get advice from other people, but most importantly, uko abivuze kujya kugira inama Paul Kagame afite imyaka 20 amugira inama ari jewe ngira ngo byangora kuko ni Paul Kagame wakomeje ari imyaka 20 arakomeza ageza n'ubu ngubu ngira ngo uko yabonaga ibintu byagiye bihindukaho gatoya ku buryo sinabona binini byo kumugiraho inama ariko inama ahubwo nyishaka ku bandi n'ubu ngubu nyishaka ku bandi abandi bashobora kujya inama igihe icyo ari cyo cyose bitewe n'igihe tugezemo ariko ku by'urubyiruko ngira ngo icya mbere babanjijeho nta buzima uko mbuzi ntabwo bujya bworoha cyane niyo bworoshye uyu munsi ejo biba byahindutse icyiza rero ni iki icyiza ni ukwitegura ubuzima uhereye ku buzima bukomeye igihe bworoshye bwo nta kibazo uba ufite ariko iyo byakomeye bikagusanga ubyiteguye iyo utekereza utyo cyangwa ukora utyo nibyo bituma igihe ibintu byakomeye urugamba rwakomeye ibyo yavuze by'abana bato bari ku rugamba ni iki uko bituma abantu badacika intege iyo utekereza utyo iyo umutima wawe ukora utyo iyo ubwenge bwawe bukora butyo uzi ngo ubuzima ntabwo bworoshye ugahera aho ngaho kuko ibyoroshye nta cyinshi bigusaba ni umunezero ariko iyo bikomeye bigusaba byose ufite uheraho rero iyo witeguye ibyo mu cyongereza bavuga bita worst case scenario uhera ku worst case scenario akaba ariyo witegura byaba byiza ni amahire icyo nabwira rero abantu batoya ni ukuvuga ngo icya mbere ubuzima ntibujya bworoha niyo bworoshye ni igihe gito utegurire iby'igihe gikomeye kuko bishobora kuba igihe gikomeye ikindi iyo utekereje utyo ntawucika intege ubwo ni ukuvuga ngo uba wakoze ni nko gukora investment mu kudacika intege iyo watekereje utyo cyangwa iyo ukora utyo abantu batoya rero ari ab'icyo gihe cy'ubushize ari ubu ari ejo hazaza isomo ni rimwe ubuzima bukomera ku buryo bw'ibintu bitandukanye cyangwa bworoha kubera impamvu zitandukanye ariko ibihe byose bigenda bigira ubuzima bworoshye n'ubukomeye nicyo rero najyaho inama nabwira abakiri bato gutekereza batyo hanyuma bagakora ibyiza bashobora gukora nicyo cyabagirira akamaro nicyo kigirira igihugu akamaro.
All right, thank you very much, Your Excellency. We're going to take another round of questions. We have ones from social media and another one here. So the question from social media is from Twitter. She's called Guiza Grace. She said, Your Excellency, on a warmer context, what is your day like? As in, can you take us through what your day is like as a president we admire?
Oh, my day... There isn't actually a particular routine. It changes from one day to another. Of course, there is let me say, on the side, I take breakfast, I have my lunch, sometimes I miss lunches. Then I have, then I have my dinner. In between those, there is a lot of work, either in the office or out of the office, visits to different places, to the population, to places of work, to industries, and so on and so forth. Then, again, either around meals or in between, let's say on a weekend sometimes. It has started recently. It never used to happen long ago. There is time for family. That is if I'm with them, if they are around. Some of them, most of the time, are not around. They are in different places for different things. But there's always one or two of members of the family that we are regularly together at different times. Then I'm an evening person. I do my workouts in the evening. For workouts, I'm an evening person. For work, I'm not sure because sometimes I work very early, sometimes I work very late in the night. And I can tell you I'm very poor at managing my time. I've been trying, but I've failed. This is one area I need to be helped to. For some of you who know how to organize time better for work and for meals and for sleep, and I need your help. It's so mixed up.
I'll help you, sir.
Yes. It's so mixed up that I'm still struggling. So I do workouts, though, in the evenings. And, yeah, even meals, I miss times, I miss meals, I mix it up. Sometimes it's early in the evening, sometimes it's very late in the night. And so, but I do find time for sports. Sometimes I play tennis, I do workout, I enjoy watching basketball, soccer, football, or different games whenever they are showing where I can be or where I can follow them on the screen. I do that. So I really try to be all round, but in a very disorganized way. I get a bit of everything, so I keep struggling. But my life, I think I'm, despite being torn apart by so many things, the good and the bad, overall, my life is a happy one.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I'm very sure very many children, kids, are watching, and I'm very sure they would like to ask you a question. Mr. President, what is your favorite meal?
Wow. I will not be helpful to this young person because I'm a bad eater. Yes, and in fact, I eat most of the things. I eat everything that people eat. I don't discriminate. I eat. Long ago, I used to eat a lot of meat. Rice, sweet potatoes, bananas, beans, greens. I take a lot of fruit. So I take so much of it, of them, and different ones that but as a young person, they should, I don't know, what science says a lot of things, but for young ones, if you can drink milk and get this animal protein, it gives a lot. But I'm told it is associated with some issues, I don't know. But I take a lot of milk. With my age, I'm beginning to reduce on that, but young people should take a lot of it.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We'll take another question from social media. Saif Kabelele said, what is your legacy for Africa, Your Excellency?
Well, I'm just an African, a proud African who, whenever I have a moment to contribute anything, to either by voice or by action or whatever, I always give it my best. But I don't know how else to talk about it. But I have it in my mind, in my heart, that Africa is my place, it's our place. It's many things about us start with our continent. So Rwanda is part of Africa, even at the center of the continent on the map for that. So I can't make any claims that I have done such and such for Africa. To me, it's, but at least I have it at heart. Let me summarize it that way.
Thank you very much, Excellency. Mr. President, if you allow me, can we take just one last question?
Sure.
All right. Please raise your hand. Arthur, please get a mic and wash your hands with a hand sanitizer. Make sure you wash your hands very well, properly, and then you get the mic and ask your question, and make sure, please, to be very brief. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I have a simple question. Me personally, when I see you, I see a business person, an entrepreneur. I always look at the projects that come to this country and your name is on it, your touch is on it. We've seen Arsenal come in, we've seen the big basketball deals come in, we've seen so much come in. And as a young entrepreneur, I would love to learn on how you pitch. How do you prepare when you're meeting investors or the people that are bringing opportunities? How do you come up with the ideas? Me personally, it's always in the bathroom. I don't know where your ideas start from. And I would love to know, how do you plan them? How do you execute them? And how do you trust the people you work with to execute those ideas? Thank you.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I wish I could be able to do more. I feel maybe I'm not even doing enough. But both as a person, again, from the beginning, associated with the struggle and the liberation of my country, there is that drive. You want to contribute as much as you can to the well-being of your country, your people, and the future for that. So one of the things that happened to be on my mind is there are so many things that can develop a country, but as we maybe all know and can share this, business, investment, trade, we have discovered that these are things people engage in, and they have the most important meaning for that development or prosperity people seek to achieve always. So it's a question of having it on your mind. You think about it. You look at alternatives. You do everything you can to focus on that, and it starts shaping up in that way. That's how what you've just said comes about. And I'm also challenged by the responsibility I have. Imagine if I were president just sitting there and eating and sleeping and, and just feeling good about it. At the end of the day, there is another person in me asking me, said, well, man, what are you doing for, for the others, for your country, for people who put trust in you and elected you to be their president, their leader. So even before somebody else asks me, and I'm sure there will be or there should be people who ask, as I said earlier, whatever will go wrong, the first person they will think about either to correct it or responsible for it will be the president. So I'm trying to therefore think ahead of, these questions coming to me, asking me, what have you done? What are you doing? So I'm trying to think ahead to say, in actual fact, what is it that I could be doing, that I should be doing? And if I find something that makes sense, I don't waste time, I move and just try to do it. It's being a leader is very challenging, extremely, especially at this level. But I tell you, it is as challenging to me as it is enjoyable to be challenged. Yes, being challenged starts becoming a sort of enjoyment, if you will, whether by people asking you questions, rightly so, or by you asking yourself, and you find your life is getting a meaning. It has a purpose. It's something you really feel you are connected with, and for me, it gives me some degree of satisfaction that one day maybe even if it is not me, if it is somebody else, if they would say he did this, or it was a good thing to do, or that's maybe what we live for.
Your Excellency, tugushimire cyane ko waduhaye umwanya wawe uyu munsi, yaba urubyiruko ruri hano ndetse n'urubyiruko rwadukurikiye ku mbuga nkoranyambaga ndetse n'urubyiruko ruri ku mugabane wa Afurika muri rusange. So reka ngushimire cyane ko waduhaye amahirwe yo kuganira nawe, Your Excellency.
Mwakoze cyane, nanjye byanshimishije kubona uyu mwanya. N'ubutaha dushobora kuzashaka undi muntu.
Murakoze cyane, Your Excellency.
Very good.
Okay, arakoze cyane umukuru w'igihugu, akaba ari ikiganiro cyarimo kibera ku mbuga nkoranyambaga zitandukanye ndetse no kuri televiziyo y'u Rwanda ukomeje gukurikira. Akaba ari ikiganiro kibanze ku bintu bitandukanye, cyane cyane ku rugamba rwo kwibohora ndetse n'urugendo inyuma y'urugamba rwo kwibohora, urubyiruko rutandukanye rw'abanyamakuru ndetse n'urubyiruko rukoresha imbuga nkoranyambaga zitandukanye, aba Facebook, Instagram ndetse na Twitter, baganira n'umukuru w'igihugu byinshi bitandukanye, yewe kugeza no ku buzima bwe busanzwe, uburyo akora akazi ke, icyo akunda kurya mu gitondo, uburyo umunsi we umeze, ndetse n'icyo umukuru w'igihugu arimo akora mu buryo butandukanye mu guhangana n'iki cyorezo cya COVID-19, ndetse n'uruhare rw'umunyarwanda mu guhangana n'iki cyorezo muri rusange. Ngushimire wadukurikiye kuri televiziyo y'u Rwanda, kuri radio y'u Rwanda, kuri Facebook ya RTV, kuri Facebook ya radio y'u Rwanda, kuri Instagram ya RB, ndetse kuri Instagram y'umukuru w'igihugu Paul Kagame, ndetse no ku zindi mbuga nkoranyambaga yaba ari mu Rwanda ndetse n'abari hakurya y'amazi. Reka mbashimire cyane, komeza kwifuriza weekend nziza, ndetse gahunda za televiziyo y'u Rwanda zo zirakomeza. Ndi Robert Cyubahiro Makena.